Non-natural, of course.
Natural. He just pointed.
Grump, you want to know how to get off that thing now?
Yeah.
G.
For some reason. What?
Hit the G button.
Yay!
Nice.
That was good. Thank you, Liru.
Yeah, I'll use that. That's fine. I'll bring it with me. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Right, it's already somewhere.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't get a battery life readout, so it might be unlimited. Is there a way to check it if you have the manual?
Where's the bowling ball? Yeah, right? Jesus.
Do you know how javelin works?
Every time I've tried to use it, it would never lock on for me.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Like, how do you
I'll explain the AO in a bit.
Oh.
which javelin is it?
See anything about battery life.
Oh,
Make sure
it's
it's
a
our
tube.
custom one.
Is it the one with the clue in the tube? You have to assemble it through the ACE interact.
I know. I understand. How do you use another? You need another tube, or is it?
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that,
Use
Ghost
that
Wolf.
in,
All
yeah.
I did was copy and pasted the original
And you can
file
use
in the
it
mod.
too, so-
If I made a syntax error, I
Cheating
apologize.
thermal, but since
I'm sorry to.
VI broke thermals and made them utterly fucking useless and unrealistic.
Yeah, they did,
Doesn't
but
matter.
I'm sorry about that, Ghost
Man,
Wolf.
he
I
uses them.
feel so bad because I feel like I'm
What is
causing
that?
more
Look at
issues
this,
for the
this is-
DayZ dev than I'm
this is how I
helping
don't know
fix. So.
Our other choice, if we were
Feel a bit
allowed,
stupid.
can we get the helicopter drone or a regular actual predator drone?
I could give you one, but it's probably gonna get shot down by AA.
Can't even-
A helicopter drone might be able to stay low and avoid
Okay.
some of that.
That would be the.
Sure, do you want to manage that?
Not
Oh my
particularly a
God.
pain in the ass, and they don't have enough fuel.
Oh.
Because you have to if you want to get more fuel, you gotta manually fly it all the way back. Because if you tell it to land, it breaks.
Bring out the
Get
manual.
another one of your own.
Trying to think here.
Yeah, looks fun. Right, so, like, I appreciate people trying to innovate with stuff like that. But...
God, I missed my garrison button. That's fine. Alright, there you go. If you need it refueled, a little further back, there's a...
Yeah, it's a pain in the
Oh,
ass.
I'm on Whisper, my bad. Alright, there you go. Further back, there's a fuel truck with 2 dudes. Land it there. Request a refuel over 30 to, Gosh, I have Lazarus and Titan written down, but I can never remember who's who.
I am Titan.
And I am Lazarus.
That guy looks exactly like me.
Don't think about it too much.
Where are we?
Barry, are you gonna fly that one?
I really
Where are we now? Where's
don't
our grid?
want.
But which one's the real Kendall?
Someone tell me where we are and what our grid is.
We are at grid ref 022048 on the MSR.
Oh,
Oh shoot.
I'm the real one because I can't hold a candle to him.
well, the drone that's down is landing somewhere. I gave it a. I told it to come back
Alright,
here
guys,
and
well,
then
thanks.
auto land, but apparently auto land means land right fucking now, not once you get to your target destination. You said you can't interact with that thing with Zeus, so you can't even delete it.
Oh yeah, I have no idea where the hell it is. Admittedly. Like it could be literally in spawn and I'm not gonna be able to see it. Yeah, because I don't get a symbol for it.
Strange.
I thought it was above us, but
No
those are just
item anymore.
birds.
I can't. I can't drop. So I have to drop this thing on the fucking ground and leave it.
No, because it doesn't give you a symbol, Elk. It's
'Cause I can't pick it up.
it's
There's no
the
items in your inventory.
the Raven drone from RHS. I hate that thing with a burning freaking passion, but they wanted to try it, so I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I don't care. Hey, Hawkeye. Sorry they missed a good op today, but that's alright. There's always more. Alrighty. Let me know when you guys want the brief.
Did we decide to try the helicopter drone or just say fuck it?
As always,
Oh,
VOD,
I
exactly.
guess that answers
Any
that
surprises
question.
mission? I'll explain it after the brief.
Here's something. Oh,
Oh, hello.
Oh, it did actually go to where I told it in auto land.
oh.
Yeah.
I don't think
See,
the thing is
I
supposed
don't-
to be able to hover.
I don't have anything
That's
that,
pretty
fucking neat. Look at it go.
Techniques. Technology at work.
Go pick it up. See if it interacts with it.
It's very dainty.
I love how the fucking prop is not even fucking spinning.
It's just synced with your refresh rate.
She is so funny. I wish I could grab it and throw it at your fucking head.
I don't understand the hostility.
I'm sorry. Not really. Alright, so Stevens, you're gonna handle the drone?
oh yeah, I have no way of seeing this on my interface. That's why I hate it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
There it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
you
beeps
should
so
be
you
able
can
to
find it. I forgot about that.
Thank you for reminding me. I need a diffusal kit just in case.
What in the
Playing
fuck
D&D with some
is
coworkers?
this spot? Like, I have to
Nice.
look 4 feet above it to interact with it.
I've been in my spare time since the beginning of the year
From, like,
working
a
on a massive
specific-
D&D campaign. Because I'm finally deciding to DM, but I've only been able to work on it at like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. Before I go to bed, I'll write a few paragraphs for world building.
Let's make this as annoying as humanly possible.
Oh.
No, it doesn't get detected by the AI. Another reason why I hate it.
Battery.
There you go.
Like that's one of those realism. for the
Yes,
sake of
Ghost Wolf,
realism
but only in
things that's
Lantia,
not
and
fun at
again,
all
as a
to
potential.
try and deal with.
But after seeing everything, I mean, we'll have to see how all that goes. We're still in setup though, but I've got a decent AO planned. I've already told them though this is like an open world sort of scenario.
The drone guy.
Here, these are my sticky notes.
I'll speak up at once.
That's me running my finger through them. Fun fact, every op I Zeus, I write down some basic logistics
throw that in
to
there.
remind myself what the
Yeah.
enemy has in terms of capabilities. This is such as determining my max force, how many guys in a squad,
throw the
weapon
other one.
types, yada yada, any special details I need to remind myself as a Zeus, since I Zeus at least anywhere from like 4 to 10 missions a week. This helps me keep everything focused because
Give
usually
Woody
I'll
an
spend a
initial
day
brief,
or
he
two
just
in the
did a
week
little
to,
real quick summary.
you know, I make them all in a day or two, so this reminds me on the day of what I'm doing. I don't have one of these for this mission, and I'll explain more on what that means later, but I've already told these guys, hey, this is gonna, if you stay in the AO for too long, this is gonna probably turn into that Vietnam op with the battalion that wiped you. Even though they almost killed the entire battalion, which kind of scared me. Is it linked to the smuggler op? Yeah, so it's still tied with that campaign. They, you'll hear in the brief. I'm just waiting for them to be ready.
It's a great view, right, little bear?
That op was nuts. You forgot still who gets called their call signs? Yeah, because I haven't edited it on this silly little sticky note right here. Because I never have the mind to do it. And Bloodwing's fine. She started, God, I should probably say it like this. My fiance is fine. Crazy.
Yeah, waiting on,
She's starting her
That.
new batch of classes today for her masters.
yeah.
Seems like she'll be okay. I don't know. We'll see. I can
No,
only
it is.
hope. Also have some coffee here because I'm going to be working late tonight, so. That's going to be a pain in the butt. Alrighty.
Send in Goat Team 6.
Drunk Firebear, thanks for
now.
gifting a sub to Ilbanek. Oh, I gotta talk to him because he's got some PvP stuff I gotta cover coming up soon. Yo. Nonetheless, hope you both keep enjoying the ops and hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Oh, there he go. There go his internet.
No, he turned on his Android.
Piss God roll.
That happens again. Someone else is leading.
Alright.
Do I have any restrictions with this drone? It's armed.
Huh?
Yeah, the drone being armed. Do you
It can be
care?
armed.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Didn't want to.
Here's the mindset behind it. You have an armed drone, which means I can spawn a tank or two against you today.
Hear that?
Anyone know
Kendall?
what the range is on
I
those
was under the
Vickers?
impression he was gonna do that. And
Yeah, I was about to say. I was just like, wasn't surprised by
Sorry,
this.
let me clarify. An extra tank or two.
There we go. That's what I was
Is
looking
it-
for.
Tank
Does anyone know
battalion or
what the
two.
range of the Vicker rockets are? Or,
Cherry, didn't that thing have an issue firing at some point?
No, but I do
Does it
need
work
to
now?
look at it. I didn't have the opportunity because I immediately dived myself in multiple mission files. By the way, real quick, if you're a fan of 40K,
I'll just.
you're
if
about
we
to
need
have your
just call up
dreams
to
come
fucking
true.
Lazarus for a request for a refuel and rearm on the drone.
Because Pog is going to
Isn't
do
that-
two
or just
40K
a refuel
missions,
at
and it
least.
looks like the 506
We
is
won't-
going to have me start
we
doing
won't rearm
40K
it.
missions. And I'm getting back into doing my weekly Friday 40K mission. So we're going to have at least
Mints.
6 to 10
Not this
40K
one. I played
missions
that way.
till the end of February. Excuse me, February.
Who else you notice the name of this thing?
So that's going to be interesting.
Thomas.
Thomas the Attack Helicopter. That train
I thought
station
I could
never
rename the
changed.
AI. So are you making those comments because you see that the AI's name is actually Thomas?
Yes.
Okay, because I was about to say, guys, its name is actually Noah Thomas. That's
helicopter, helicopter.
oh my god.
6 Hellfires on there. I don't think we're gonna need more. I hope we don't need.
506 are gonna be doing 40K. That's I still have to. I'm not gonna confirm that just yet. I still gotta put the poll up, but that appears to be what people are leaning to. So we'll see.
yeah, they're laser guided.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna make 506 40K though. That's gonna be a really interesting one. But hey, c'est la vie.
I don't know.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
506, 40K,
I just saved my
drum,
loadout instead of
fun.
loading my loadout.
Like test fire.
Chat box slightly to the right. It's cutting off at a weird point. Is it?
Will a test fire
Oh,
somewhere?
that was the wrong button.
break things.
Do not delete this body.
All right.
see
Well,
you, you're
that's the
under
most I'll move
protect.
it. I got a red line going through OBS. Brilliant. Ugh.
It's,
$3.99.
But yeah, thanks for the 49-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the
Hey, what do you
operations,
usually
and I hope you
charge?
get a nice kick out of this scenario.
Did you delete that as soon as I pulled everything off of
much.
it?
Yeah. Because you bitch at me to delete the bodies, so I was just waiting there like a monkey with syllables.
Hooked on phonics.
Are you banging them together?
Haven't you ever seen that meme where it's like just the monkey with syllables patiently waiting to hit it? Like staring into the camera?
Symbols.
It's hooked on monkey
Hooked on
phonics. isn't it?
funky fun.
Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Did not crash this time. And it
This
did
isn't
save
the right
the
suppression.
He sounds
loadout.
disappointed.
Syllables, symbols, whatever.
Do you want to lift that thing
Yeah, it's
up
fine,
and
Don.
aim it towards the tree line over there and shoot one of those to make sure that it works?
Sure.
Is that gonna fuck the mission up?
Give me 5 seconds and it won't.
Hold off. Waiting.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, funny. Here, do you want a target to shoot at? Ah. Symbols, your brain hurts, I know. If I recall correctly, they gotta go in the gunner, they gotta activate the lock-on system of it, then they have to lock it, and then they can fire and it'll fly to target. If I recall correctly. There's so many different AGM systems in this game, it's annoying to remember which one is which on which flight system. Swing and a miss, Charlie Brown! Oh, that's cute. They have a little, it says Chicken Bob or something. I don't know. It's adorable.
So as well.
Well, I want to keep that.
Sorry.
I want to get
Yeah, he had it.
as much as possible.
Gotcha.
I want to use it for recon and then LOAL.
LOAL, lock on after launch, I think. Alright, let me know when you want me to rearm it, and I guess land it so we can brief, and then you can take off and yada yada.
Can you switch the missiles on it to Hellfires?
Which ones?
The ace
The
one.
Vickers. Oh yeah.
Do you want them all to be Hellfire?
No, just the two that are already missiles.
Okay.
Landing gear. Sorry, just flying a regular drone, not.
You'll need to put your landing gear down.
There it is.
Brilliant.
Change.
So I sent him to AGM 114K.
Yeah, that'll do it.
If I remember, if that one specifically, if you want the lock-on features, because the other one's radar guided, and that's the L.
Yeah, we want them to switch it out for Ks.
All right, should be good then. Yeah. Okay.
Or just hope they work and go.
So probably shouldn't.
Have fun, Hawkeye.
Alright, lifting.
Are we gonna brief first, or is he testing? My bad.
No, he's testing it.
All right. Oh, there's another tank out there, so. Yeah, which manual weapon system are we using today? Well, that appears to have worked.
Alright.
I guess just
Alright, got that reset. Hey, right on, Morse. I mean, we're about to start the op. They're just doing some testing of features that I've given them in addition to the AO, but I'm
Right. Good thing
glad
we
you
tested
like
that
it,
out for
dude.
15 minutes so it can get shot down in the
That's all I
first
can
5
hope
minutes of the op.
Yeah, right?
Are you? Yeah. I guess try to keep it at 50 meters and then keep it behind all of the fucking hilltops and stuff.
Yeah, what's the status of the time?
This op could be done in 30 minutes or 2 hours. Zelenogorsk is clear.
Okay.
Anything further north, probably not clear.
And east of us, east of Zelenogorsk.
If you look at the maps line, I'd say that.
Okay. Ooh, all right.
Oh boy, do you have a bunch of stuff spawned?
In the AO, yes.
What else?
Alright. You ready for your brief?
Sure.
Alright. In your last mission, you were able to secure one of the two HVIs, Mr. Antonov. He's still being debriefed, so to speak, but the other HVI, his whereabouts are still unknown. Again, we're trying to focus on taking down a smuggling operation that is taking weaponry out of Ukraine and distributing it on the black market. Antonov was responsible for getting the weapons out of the country. The other contact we're going for, who we still have yet to identify, is the one getting the sales through the black market and actually generating the revenue. We're not sure where he is or if he's even in this AO, but we do understand that we're going to be able to find him through his tech. That's why we've been hitting data sites in the region, trying to find more intel about him and Antonov before we're able to apprehend him. In this AO, there is a large amount of black market activity going on, all under the same faction that Antonov was a big part of. You are going to specifically be looking for a drone site. This site is basically where they're launching reconnaissance drones trying to get info on Ukrainian positions, weapon caches, so they can attempt to grab the munitions and pull them out. You're going to basically be trying to locate these drones and pulling them out of the AO physically, either in a backpack or loading them into a vehicle and pulling that vehicle out. The more drones you can get out, the more we can pull off of the drones black boxes and hopefully find something in there that'll help us apprehend the second suspect.
Do we know what kind of drones they are? Like, are they like little quad rotor drones, or are they?
They're mainly quad rotor drones, but there could be others. However, they're all based at one singular site. At least that was the intel we were able to pull off on one of the data centers.
Do they need like a runway to take off? Like,
They don't need a runway to take off. It's small drones.
We're gonna need like a flatbed or something to transport those.
We should be able to. If they're quad rotors, we should be able to stuff them in the back of one of the Humvees.
Yeah, but he said multiple of them.
I mean, I think the trunk of the Humvee can fit at least like 6 if we stack them all up. Probably more if we cram them in there. They don't need the rotors intact, they just need the data.
Intel we were able to pull out of this AO also suggests a few ammo caches, an anti-air position, a fuel depot, and a central communication station. We've highlighted potential areas where these positions could be, but the only thing you're after is the drones.
Do we know if there's going to be any intel on the drone locations at any of the other spots?
Unknown.
Well, I guess first thing to do, try to send our drone up basically to the tree line right over there and get eyes on that southern central metallurg and see what you can see there.
Okay. And I
Last-
suggest we actually push directly west behind hill 189. That way we're not trying to keep out of range of the whatever AA that might be out there.
Last thing I do want to say, since these drones are tied to our second HVI, he is also tied to another group of people that we've seen dressed up in black previously. The main operation here are dressed up in guys with camo fatigues, and they were tied to Antonov. Those are the main guys you've been fighting. But the second HVI that we've yet to identify, he seems to have a bunch of dudes dressed up in black fatigues with more advanced weaponry. So if you find those guys, you're probably on the right track.
I thought you said those were Turkish mercs. Were they Turkish? Does anyone remember?
No.
No, they weren't, or no, you don't remember?
Don't remember.
Don't remember.
Either way, they work for the other guy that we're still trying to apprehend, so if you find them, that's probably a good indicator that you're on the right track to find the drones. And they were Serbian.
There you go.
Ghost Rage, I love you. Because I didn't even remember.
Put our drone wherever you want to put it to try to keep it safe and get us intel. We're gonna be mounted, so I guess we can push north of Zelenogorsk along the road.
Alright, a few things I gotta do.
And cut. That's uphill, so we can go.
Grab some of these guys. This is the guy, but I mean, I just have him in debug. Got a mix of guys all around here. I've got the drone station. I'll be pretty much ferrying all these units around as things go on. And these remaining 4, we're going to take them out and put them back on pathing. Or you're just going to completely ignore me. That's fine. We'll put them on a light patrol and put them in a staggered column. All right. So that is the briefing for them. Basically, they're trying to get to this position up here, take the drones. This vehicle is also filled with drones in terms of 2 separate backpacks. Grab as much as they can, excuse me, and pull out of the AO. Also in this AO, I've got a simple hard point. I have an AA position right here between man-pad shared, 2 shoulder fire man-pads in a AAA position. I've got another AAA gun back there. I have over here a communication station, which is kind of like a dud, potentially to throw them off. I've got an ammunition depot back here tied to a railway station. All of those things are also filled with, you know, their actual ammunitions and goodies because I'm a bit extra. It also has some of the most armor in the AO. And then over here I have a simple camp, but it's also a mortar position tied to a guy with an actual radio. Fuel station is more towards the north, but I decided not to add it for the sake of frames. And then the town over here is just a dud, but it will have patrols, which I will now spawn in. Hydrate and sit straight. Give me 1 second. Main faction we're going to be using is the Czechody insurgents here. And then we have our secondary faction, the Serbian, not commandos, the Serbian mercenaries, that's it. They are going to be only in the drone depot, and after the drones are hit, they will come in with a bit more force. I'm going to set up a few random patrols. I don't want to blot the AO with too many, though. But I just want to create a bit of a security net at the moment. I want to keep these guys in formation. Let me lower the volume there by a factor of 10 points. And then I want to put another patrol out right there.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Alright, so again, this AO it's an open AO. I don't have a, whatchamacallit, I don't have a little sticky note for it, so I'm just going to be spawning things at my discretion based off of what they do in the AO. So they've opted for 2 SOCOM Vics and a drone, so I'm going to be a little heavier with what I throw at them. But it'll also depend on the terrain and where I can maneuver vehicles in. So if it's more open, I'm going to be able to put in more armored vehicles against them. If it's more foresty, I'll have to stick with guys with more powerful weapons or infantry. I did set side relationships back immediately, but
Can't go.
you know, just to show they got the thing right next to a blue 4 against op 4. Easy. But I appreciate the reminder.
The other team.
That's why I kind of like streaming this stuff, so you guys can catch stuff that I might miss, and it saves my ass.
Alright, go ahead.
Radio check 3-0.
But I hope you're having a wonderful evening.
Roger.
Say again on 3-0.
Also drive.
Drank an
Radio
entire
check
thing of
3-0.
coffee.
Rod. What is the VIC configuration? Are we
I
all
have
going armed?
multiple mission files to make tonight, and right after this stream ends, I got a few friends that have started playing a game called The Forest, which it's older, but that's a game I used to play back when it was like an early development. I never finished, but apparently it's quote-unquote wild, so... So, normally I would also set global AI skill. It doesn't really matter, though. I just do it on principle. But they have a script built into their servers that presets all this and overwrites what I do. Similar to how, for example, when I play on POG, I always set the aiming coefficients really low because they did something to their server that even if I set the AI accuracy to like 5 or 10%, the AI accuracy is going to basically take that tenfold. So they treat 10% accuracy as 100% accuracy. So I set AI skill on POG to like 1 to 3% because the server overrides it anyway and makes them really annoying. But 506 just completely negate these. So it's usually a 90, 35, 50, 50 spread. So general skill, courage, and commanding are set to 90. Aiming accuracies and stuff is set to 35. And then spotting and weapon handling, which are these points, are usually set to 50-50. I always put them at variables I want for, you know, reminding myself, getting in the habit of setting those anyway. Because if I break my habits and I start getting forgetful and then I, you know, have a few ops where I forget to set things and then the AI stay at the default 45% on all skill, which for some player bases, especially POG, would be catastrophic because if the AI is set to 45% accuracy, they're going to turn into Terminators because the server then takes that 45, turns it to 100%, and then you got one dude with a Mosin sniping people in the face 500 meters away in iron sights after they literally whip around and insta-pop them. It's painful. But hey, it's what you got to deal with. Jason, I also saw that raid, buddy. What were you playing, if you don't mind me asking? Can't wait for AI improvements in Arma 4. Oh, you're funny, Ghost. Oh. Do you know how AI work in Reforger right now? They literally charge up to you and one-tap you in the face. So I wouldn't hold my damn breath. People have been asking me over the past few weeks, hey, are you doing any Reforger content? I'm like, no! Bro, go look at someone playing Reforger right now. It's messy. It's very messy. I have an idea of how to do some Reforger content in the future, but I gotta undo everything else first. Whew. We're doing DayZ and Arma right now, but I mean, if you look at AI and DayZ, those guys will also literally spin around and headshot you at 500 meters with a handgun. With, like, without batting a damn eye. They just frickin' Keanu Reeves your ass. That's all they gotta do. So, yeah, it's a feature, yeah. It's for the type of people that really want to hate themselves. It's the guys that play Dark Souls. Yeah, that's it. Of course. Oh, Jason, yeah. Again, I didn't mean for the chopper to go down. I was just trying to create a really, like, rough pullout. And then you'd pull out and see all the units around you and you'd be able to shoot at them, but Roar was having issues getting in the chopper, and that's what cost you guys. And that's one of the really difficult things to do as a Zeus is, because I have to rely on the players to do something specific when it comes to doing things that are really thinly timed in order to make those really cool cinematic experiences. But if the player base screws it up, they all die. And I'm like, oh... well, there's nothing I can really do at that point. You know, once you pass the point of no return, put the AI down, there's, you know, 50 or 60 VC around a damn chopper. Yeah. Oh, yeah, TVT in Reforger is totally doable right now. And there's a few communities that are actively investing and trying things in it right now. And, good for them. And there's a lot of modders right now that are starting to focus on Reforger because...
Let's follow this tree line and see if we can get eyes down through the trees towards the first objective.
Anything in Reforger is going to automatically be available in Arma 4 because it's going to be the same platform. When they officially announce Arma 4, it's literally just going to be Reforger, just with a new coat of paint and a campaign and, some additional factions. So, that's great. That's a great idea. Do I think everyone needs to go out and purchase Reforger right now? Absolutely not. But it's good to see the progress that the game is making in real time and allow the modders the ability to start touching the software early on. That way we're not going to be in the situation we were with Arma 3 and Arma 2 where, Arma 3 came out. It was a buggy mess. It took modders literally 5 years to get the game up to a playable position beyond the vanilla game. And, go from there. So that's smart for Bohemia to do, but, pros and cons. Pros and cons. Well, I'm going to be honest. Antistasi is going to require a lot of tinkering with the AI in Reforger, and the AI in Reforger are not in a state where they should be tinkered with at the moment, because I think they're going to eventually have to rework them entirely based off of what I've seen with them. So...
Alright, let's cut north here.
I wouldn't be mad at them.
And skirt around the fucking edge of the tree lines so we can bring the VIX.
Because it's kind of silly to have something get started on systems that are probably going to be changed rapidly. Because it's a tech demo. Reforger is a tech demo. So things are going to potentially change on a dime, so why would anyone invest their time into something that could radically change? You know what I mean? For some of the modders that I know have started working on Reforger stuff, they've been working on assets, they've been working on guns, they've been working on maps. That's all fine, because literally Reforger, Bohemia released all the tools they released for how they made the game and everything in Reforger to the modders. So the ways that, they make units, guns, textures, all that stuff, maps, that's all in their hands, and by all means, they can go right into it. But anything involving systems involving AI or dynamically spawning events, triggers, I mean, fuck, triggers aren't even in the game right now.
We're moving past you.
Oh, man. If you wanted to make a dedicated mission file, like, what Remy does, where it's not meant to be Zeus, the mission can run itself completely, that doesn't exist in Arma 4 right now. And that might not exist for a while based off of the roadmaps I've seen and heard and blah, blah, blah. It's... Yeah. Yeah. So, don't get mad at any modders that have a focus and stuff like that for not touching Reforger right now, because there's nothing for them to touch, Now, don't get me wrong. I love the Zeus interface's existence in Reforger. It needs some work. We need a developer to come out with the, the Ares, the Achilles, the Zen versions of Arma Reforger, but we're not going to get that for a while because, well, there's still plenty to do with Arma 3.
Bearing 300 towards the town.
But again, here's the strategy right now for Reforger. Let the modders who want to try things look into everything and start making stuff, but then they're also going to start coming out with features that, Bohemia never thought of implementing, and they're going to put in the base game. Example, Arma Zeus cache. The fact that I can go into here, hit these buttons, and there's no lag. Does anyone remember 3 years ago when you typed something, it would take the game like a few seconds to load? Yeah, that's because Arma Zeus cache wasn't a thing. Gosh, I forget his name. The guy that was a really good modder, and now he's actually, like, on the payroll for Bohemia. He's the one that made it. He's also the guy that took the work in TFAR. Deadman, yes, Deadman Miller. He made that.
We're on the road. We're looking on the road into the town.
And, he also took TFAR, which is the radio mod that, you're listening to right now, and he continued its work after the original dev disappeared, and that's why it's called TFAR Beta, because he doesn't want to, he's not making the quote-unquote official updates for it, he's just carrying the work through because he's realized it's a really important mod. He's also the guy of, if you need to find like a really specific niche coding thing in Bohemia, he has links to literally every page possible on the wiki for Eden editor stuff. and he'll send you a link to something that you can't find on that wiki because it's unlisted, because he has all the information. He's a walking encyclopedia for this game. But it's his work in all of that through, you know, TFAR and Zeus Cache, that to
Roger,
the
do we have any
point.
civilians? I think last I heard this fucking entire region was evacuated.
Let me put it this way. Without him, TFAR Beta wouldn't be where it is right now. Without him, we wouldn't have things like Arma Zeus Cache that Bohemia literally took and applied it to the base game to the point with all of that. My point in that little rant, though, is Bohemia with Reforger is sitting on their hands and waiting for people with that capacity, like Deadman Miller, to add things to the modding community that Bohemia can then take and implement to the base game that will become Arma 4. That's my whole point in that rant. Because they've already done that for Arma 3. They did it with some things in Arma 2 modding that they added to Arma 3. And that's honestly how you should do it. You should be getting people like Deadman Miller on your payroll because they understand things better than the developers at that point because that's their area of expertise. It's like Sumrak with DayZ. Exactly. Exactly.
This 3 negative eyes.
So,
we're
don't expect people like the YouTubers like me, Remy, Jester, Karma Cut. Don't expect us to touch Reforger for a while because it's a tech demo meant for the modders to, you know, go at it. But the more that they work on that and the more that Bohemia releases and updates on Reforger, the better Arma 4 is going to be and the closer it is going to be to a complete state.
South on the north-south road.
Because Bohemia doesn't want to have another issue where, you know, like I said, the transition from Arma 2 to Arma 3, it took communities 3 to 5 years to transfer to Arma 3 because the modding community was brand new in that game. And it took a while to get everything updated.
Position on the road.
Roger, we're gonna push up to the southernmost buildings.
When a dev creates a mod that gets implemented, even if they don't get hired, do they get paid if it gets incorporated? I don't know. That's paid, you meant to say. It entirely depends on the company. But
use that as like an overwatch.
I'll get off of that real quick. Another thing I really like that Bohemia has done is the CDLC program. Biggest one that we all know, SOG Prairie Fire. Those are the same devs that made Unsun back in either Arma 2 or Arma Cold War Assault, you know, the Vietnam stuff. They finally got their ability to make a paid piece of content up to Bohemia's standards and release it, and it's blown all the other CDLCs out of the damn water. But, you know, they've gotten that opportunity, and let's be honest, Prairie Fire, I think, is the only CDLC that a lot of communities actively use. But here we go. Ops beginning. We're under contact. Yeah, right, Ghost Wolf, exactly. But, I mean, when you compare what Bohemia does with their modders compared to, like, the Bethesda Creator Club and all that nonsense, Bohemia's got a good rep on that. Now, it's not perfect. I mean, Tencent has a minority stake in Bohemia. There's been some other questionable decisions I've seen when it comes to DayZ in the past, but, you know, no one's perfect, but compared to other companies, that can be a lot worse. That's why it's always important to have a really healthy amount of skepticism when it comes to all this stuff. But what do I know? I'm just a Zeus. I just enjoy making missions for people. I'm very low on that totem pole, but, you know, I got the opportunity to chill with some pretty famous YouTubers. I got the opportunity to reach out to the community managers, Snillers and Leclerc if I need anything, and, you know, just to say hi even. I have the ability to reach out to the CDLC guys for Prairie Fire or other mods if I feel like it, or excuse me, CDLCs.
Roger, this 2, we're crossing to the west side.
It's a nice time.
We're gonna push up north from here.
And Don, I'd appreciate, because I always like looking into that. Yeah, and at this day and age, who doesn't have, you know, Tencent as a minority stakeholder when you really look at the numbers and whatnot?
I told you to stay in that Overwatch position. You would have been able to drop these guys if you had done so.
Anyway, let's get this mission started.
We were already in the woods.
Let's focus on the AO.
We couldn't turn around where we were, sorry.
Then why'd you say Roger instead of that?
I'm going to have a patrol right there, immediately react. I'm going to start prepping for mortars and other vehicles to come in. What we know is there was gunfire in that village So now I'm going to start adjusting things accordingly. I'm going to start deploying my drones.
Let's push through here hastily and start moving to the next objective. It looks like there's just a small garrison of guys here. 2 copies.
I get those up. Because I'm going to be using drones to coordinate my artillery onto them, so we'll see how that goes. Morris, I just make missions, man.
The northern edge of town. We've had no further contact.
I'd say I'm the highest on the totem pole of quality assurance. Let's go with that. And advertisement. Let's go with that.
Or we can mount up and we can move and clear the lumberyard first.
But no, when it comes to running a company and
No, let's go south.
everything I do compared to that massive chart, I am just a giant walking billboard for the game.
South, but,
And hey, I wouldn't have it any other way. I get to have the most fun.
We're mounting up.
Does this mission compare to your early Anom one, say, in the level of complexity?
Start moving south.
Really
along the road and find a
interesting
good
question,
dismount
Ark.
point and
I would
dismount, start moving on
say...
that objective. God damn it.
Alright, here. Watch a little bit of the firefight right here. We're having some sound glitches with their suppressors again because the 249's firing too quickly. You can hear a little bit of it, but it's way too damn quiet. And you're hearing that right there too, but now that I pulled away, you're hearing some suppressed shots. But yeah, that force is getting ganked, so I'm gonna pull them back. I would say the Nom op you saw today is probably one of my least complex ops ever to make because it's a defense mission. I literally just say, hey, players, hold this position, and I throw stuff at you. That, honestly, I'm trying to think of anything more complex than that, and there isn't. That's literally just go there, sit on your ass, shoot at stuff I send you. But that's also usually one of the most fun missions I make because that one is action-packed, filled with combat, and, you know, people go from there.
We're coming up on the left
This
flank
one,
of those guys.
much more complex because I have multiple different AOs with multiple different purposes. That's a mortar position. That is an ammo cache area / loading depot. That's a drone site. That's a communications depot. And that is an AA position. So everything has their designated positions I've had to pre-build
Drone to our
and
north. On
have
comms,
everything
yeah.
around. Ooh, good shot. Thankfully, I have a backup because I know you guys. And in the scope of this campaign, there's been someone studying you because you've been actively trying to murder him, so he understands you too.
You guys should see us pushing north-south through. Get ready to mount.
But I would say the most complex missions I do these days are my giant campaign. So Fallout, when that eventually gets released, because I'm waiting on the mod update, that'll be super complex. New Horizons was also really complex because I had entire drop pools for that and whatnot. 40K also could get really complex because I'm in the habit of replacing the buildings.
Otherwise, move back to the VIX. Let's get ready to move.
And that takes complexity and time, but, you know,
2 south.
it entirely depends.
Bring the VIX up to the south side of town.
506 are more hardcore because they're designated as a quote-unquote milsim unit, so there's a level of, you know, how do I put it? I wouldn't necessarily call it strictness and professionalism. I would just... I don't even know how to say it. You know, I can't just spawn a goat, put a frickin' church on it, and say it's the Return to Tiny Church. Immersion, that's it. Thank you. You know, compared to POG, which, you know, POG are just a bunch of memers, and we meme. That's literally how we have fun. These guys, their fun comes from that level of immersion, especially Drum, aka Jester814, another prominent YouTuber. So...
Alright, mount up and start moving south. Find a good dismount point.
We make sure not to piss them off. That's all we get. And yeah, Jason is in POG. LARPing is another way to put it, but that makes a more of an IRL connotation. Because this is still a video game. I don't care what level of milsim people play in this game, it is still a video game. And I've also run into a few people, that forget that, and it's kind of funny to mess with them. The fun comes from torturing Drum in a realistic sense. Yeah, but he also does that himself because he's just a bullet magnet, to be honest. Alright. Drones in the air, actively going to be tracking them. Yeah. I could go on and on about looting, but now what's the point? That's back in 2016, 2017. That was also when I was much more of a hard ass, but it's besides the point. Alright, they've dismounted. I've got a drone going over this position now. I'm going to be sending teams by our hard points to go over and
Pushing present contact from
check this area out. I can't use artillery because my guys are too close. I'm going to have that drone constantly moving around so it's not shot down. Son of a bitch!
Shot it down. Roger.
Are you kidding me?
UAZ northwest.
They were dead before I even called it out! What the hell?
Say again last. They're pushing southeast. Contact.
How do I mentally switch things based off of the skill level of players and the intensity of the operation? I don't even know how to explain that one, I just do. So 506, I just make sure I don't meme around. Pog, I meme around. I guess it just comes with experience. What are you doing? Ah, oh, Lamb's AI. Yes, those are hostiles. Shoot them. And I love the silly AI. I'm going to drive this guy up manually because he's being silly, and because he's a other placed unit, I gotta... Why? Oh, did I cut your fuel? Silly me. Come on. I want to say maybe 4 years ago I could tell, give you a definite answer, but for me it just comes with experience. A lot of these groups I've worked with for so long, it just comes as second nature. When I work with new groups for commissions or my own personal interest, which by the way, we're going to see the Arma Corps guys again this Saturday, the guys with all the fancy arm and the jetpacks and all that really fun stuff. We're going to continue working with them. But with any new community, I just, you know, Zeus my best and treat it seriously unless I, you know, see something change. If I find they're more casual, I'll adapt to that. If I find they're more serious in the seriousness I'm giving, I'll adapt to that. But it just, again, comes with that experience of working with the group and adjusting accordingly.
Northwest up the road.
No, so I'm waiting for the Aftermath mod to update, and I don't want to talk too much about that because that mod is technically blacklisted on Steam, so I don't want to give too much away. I do not like to leak things because it just makes people mad. But they're working on an update right now, and when that's released, then I can work on the Fallout campaign that I've been talking about for the past 2 months. It's ready to go. I just need that mod to be released so I can test it and then move forward with everything, which is going to take me about 2 weeks' time, especially with everything else I'm working on right now. Now, will admit, the fact that I don't have a proposal over my head right now that I've been, you know, hiding from my now fiance, now that that's all taken care of, I have a bit more spare time. But, I mean, as I was saying in my previous stream today, I had 36 things to do that I could get done that needed to be done by the end of this week. I'm down to 24 of them now, and I am probably not going to go to bed till 2 a.m. and only get down to 20 of them tops, because, you know, 7 of them include mission files. And a mission file on average takes me about 2 hours to make. Yeah, Ark, I don't think I'll be able to get out of that one, though. What's the Fallout campaign about? Think like a PMC campaign where you can buy your own gear and whatnot, and I got its own arc tied to it and whatnot.
We are vertical on a vehicle northwest.
Additional short south.
Yeah, the Army amount op's gonna be next Wednesday. That should be interesting.
I need you to turn around and take care of that.
Alright, I got that squad coming up. I want to see if I can cut this guy around. I don't want to push him, though, until I can get that squad online. But if that squad's engaging, then maybe I'll be able to get that Vic around. I'm trying to box these guys in right now. What are you doing? Yes, please, AI mods. Are you stuck on a tree or are you just being silly now? You're just being silly. Here. Let me maneuver him into position. Hey, look, a rock. We're gonna drive up it. Arma 3 AI. It's not Arma 3 AI, it's with lambs. At least the 506 modified version of lambs. And I harp on lambs all the time, but AI mods are great when you are doing non-Zeus missions or a mission where the Zeus is only there to like manage stuff. They're absolutely needed. But when you mix an AI mod and a Zeus, the Zeus can do everything the AI mod does. You just gotta keep all that in mind. Keep him on Overwatch. We got this group coming down. They're clearing this position right here. Realistic performance of a certain country. Yes, total guy. Yeah, pretty much. It's like the old Mandalorian campaign. God, you've been with me for a while. That one was, what, 2 years ago? What the? Oh, they blew up my transport truck. No, it was pointless. Oh, I have artillery computer. This should be interesting. I loved House Aiden. I just hated their system of their armor. 1 week was super overpowered, and the next week it was like tissue paper. And I'm like, how am I supposed to balance this?
Also, this too, we have eyes on the LRG fucking objective at this time. There's
I got 50 cal, smoked him.
We're pushing west out of that fucking artillery mortar fire, and then north to the fucking objective. If you guys hear where those fucking mortars or artillery...
Why are we on the gun? That's something I've noticed with the latest update too. I can't delete the driver anymore of a vehicle because then the guy in the gun will just default to being in the driver's seat. Holy crap, why are you slow? Why are you so slow to turn? That's new. This used to be a lot faster. I guess that makes sense though, because we're revving the gun over. Now, where are they?
Possible autocannon firing from the northwest. We got ears on a track, they probably have EMP. Get dismounted and get ready for that.
Keep him hunting. Are you still driving? I just took you off of that rock!
Pushing northwest across the road into the next tree line.
Don't you dare go back on that rock, I will smack you.
Contact from this fucking OBJ. We took out the ZU gun and an Eaglet chair, and there's a BRDM at that objective as well. Over.
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna lower the amount of...
Any guys in black camo? None so far that we've seen though. Roger.
Get 2 more deployed. They really are just deciding to fight through everything, though, so... I'm gonna put in some slow-ass reinforcements here, because I know how this is gonna go because of lambs, but, you know, I'll try my best. A little worried about swarming, but... And we should be fine. Hypothetically, maybe. I hope so. And lag here shouldn't be too bad. Slightly concerned about the rocks, but it should be okay. I'm gonna hook the mortars around. So you can hear them talking. That's why I like having mortars like these, though, because it hints off to... Oh my god, we just saw that. I've never seen a mortar round come into my interface like that. That was dope. It's like a 1 in a million right there. I'm like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a mortar. Why are you back here against a tree? I gave you a move order, you freaking hunkin' piece of... I want my BMP in the AO and I want it now. It's his security rock, yeah, right. Aye, aye, aye.
We should be dismounted and taking care of that.
Well, obviously, I'm not going to have every single drone get launched and, you know, have that as a fail condition. Oh, Kendall, I think, was just shot at. Ah, because it was immediately suppressed him because he has AT. Yeah, so now I can track him with the drones, but my artillery is in a bit of trouble. But, I mean, I can try to block rounds up. That's not a... Wait, no, I thought it was... That's not a boulder! That's a rock! A rock! Oh, the pioneers used to ride these babies for miles. Oh my god. Well, there goes my frickin' radio operator for coordinating those drones. Rest in peace. Uh, 40K is going on, and then Daisy's happening after it, which I need to go on the Daisy server and set up the save, but that's okay. And there goes my BMP. AGS.
What are y'all shooting at Mark 19 at?
Actually, yeah, it's a Mark 19 for Western, so I've been shooting at the infantry there.
BMP. We're getting shot at as well from the break.
God damn it.
Direct north.
These two, the BMP is catastrophic.
I need more reinforcements to come in from the north, because this is like the main regional location. So I'm gonna basically put a massive amount of resistance coming from the north. Yeah, imagine trying to find a T-62 or a T-64 in Arma. Good grenade there. It's because they can't count.
This is 3, we're pushing along the outer eastern wall of the compound over.
Well, I will do my best, BL. I will do my best.
Through the compound.
Now, since it's Lamb's maneuvering, they're gonna take their sweet-ass time. Most of... Oh, wow. All of my AA's down except for that one gun right there, so... all my double A's down. Triple A's still up.
Alright, looks like this compound is clear. If we need to pull inside of it, to clear it, do so. Or to take cover, do so.
Tank. Because you stay up past midnight to watch it? I gotcha. So I gotta make it worth it for you getting in trouble. I see how it is. Yeah, true. The T-62 is in a lot of, you know, Soviet Cold War-esque battles, but no one has a mod for it.
Moving to the BMP for cover. Let's push the lumber mill next. We've got a good position on it up here at this burning.
All right, have fun pushing the HQs, dudes. Let's...
3 copies.
They could use their drone to recon, like they said, but all right, we're gonna make this difficult. I also have mortars they could use if they wanted to. Which, again, they could use their drones to coordinate. Did my other drone get shot down? Yeah, it looks like it did. Ugh. Well, this should be interesting.
These two, we have one west by the train tracks. We're up and break west into the tree line.
Oh, that's an AGM. Oh. That's... Huh. Okay.
This 3, we're engaging enemy. He's probably danger close to you guys.
They just used the drone.
No, just north of me over.
Okay. I guess I can't complain at that point. Where's a good QRF route? I got 70s. Now on a map side, best places to put them would probably be those two spots.
This shit's definitely occupied down there. They had at least one tank. So
And I got stuff down there. Oh man.
Destruction to the next objective.
3 copies.
Well, this should be interesting.
We are on line with you pushing north towards the rear.
Roger, use this tree line on the east.
Oh, they got the mortars rigged to blow.
Then you guys at the train track?
Yeah, roger.
Roger, that looks like a good approach.
Leave it for the 501st to smash through this AO, but I outright told them I'm not going to give it to them. But all right, let's see how they perform. I'm gonna set up that Vic. Let's get a squad of the elite guys to go down there to give them a hint.
What's your status?
This is 3. We're on the eastern road on the right side of the
ATRs
tree
are
line.
coming in, except one is
Cut
special.
down west till you're at the train tracks and follow the train tracks into the next objective.
I'm gonna respawn him, and that should fix whatever the hell he's stuck on. Behold, my mortars! They're not usable at this time. I mean, they are taking hits here, though. Ooh! With the handgun in the hand. My man in the tree. Oh, God. Here, behold my stuff. Bro's back up. Just had the wind knocked out of him. Alright, where's a decent place I can set this up? I need an 8 heavy. Gotta be careful when I hit the A button because then they can hear me. So, let's see. I want the gun crews active.
Let's move to the compound and use it as a defensive position. This is not a good spot.
3 copies. Copy.
I do not trust lambs with rocket pods because once you add lambs to a server, the AI get much more accurate with those rocket pods. And it becomes a lot more messy. Why aren't you using the okay, whatever.
I got ears on. It sounds like a helicopter.
Lambs is like, you want him dead, right? And I'm like, no, I just want to harass him. No, you want him dead, right? Oh, okay. Also, why I don't use FABs is because AI treat them like guided bombs and will accurately hit things. I could literally pull the vehicle away as the bomb's coming in, and then the bomb will all of a sudden still shift into the direction to hit the target. It's so weird. That's just how the AI works, man. It's wild. Why are you getting out of the Vic? Oh, that's the UPK. 6 style, push through. That is the anti-torque out. Uh-oh. Well, he's got the chopper guns. Oh dear. That's my helicopter in trouble.
Are the drones we're looking for in that little warehouse?
Holy smokes. Come on.
On this too. Traffic. We have guys. Do they have any fucking American 48mm?
I think my helicopter's confused on what to do right now. Oh, she's trying to make an emergency landing. Yeah. They're trying to land on the road. They're gonna miss it. They're gonna go into those trees. Oh, they almost made it, but they were too close to the trees. This 70 is deciding not to follow into battle. Come on, buddy. You can make it. I got another UAZ here that broke its wheels, because of course it did. And you're stuck doing something with those wheels. All right. That is a tree, sir. Can we back up? That's alright, he'll eventually get it. I think I just heard the BMD blindly fire. The question is, what's it firing at? Yeah, it's the Hollywood, everything explodes, right? Yeah, I don't know why. The only helicopter that I know will almost always survive a crash landing is the Huey, because the Hueys are just modeled differently. And these are the RHS Hueys, by the way. I don't know why. I think they're based off of Cup models. Because Cup models are also pretty tanky. That damn Huey, man. It will literally ram into 5 trees and be fine. Meanwhile, MI8 touches tree barely, explodes. This game, man, certainly is something. Why is the server desyncing? Spawning 2 squads caused the server desync spike. That's not good.
Alright, it looks like this isn't our
I'm gonna delete bodies here, and that might mean it's AI overloading the server's processing ability. It's a little weird, but okay, I'll take it.
Push to the east side and clear the 2-story building. I don't think anyone cleared it.
Weird.
And we've got shots coming from the south.
US bias, yeah, right?
This is 2. We're unable to clear that 2.
You know, Horrible Hog, I was about to look back there and go, you know, I could totally take those mortars. And then, yeah, okay. I tried. That was really funny timing, admittedly. I tried. It did not work. It did not work.
This is 3. We got reinforcements coming in from the north break. About 350 meters. We're engaged with work 19 time now.
Copies here, rounds are good. The last couple of months.
The gunner is dead. Driver's freaking out in there right now. Yeah, he's dead now. 50 cal pens. Turns you into Swiss cheese. It's not a good time.
The BMP is clear. Disregard BMP, it's a PTR.
Knows 10 miles. This is 2. What's our next movement over?
The compound we're at is green.
Yeah, I just spawned 2 squads. There's no desync, so I think it might just be random AI calculations or who the heck knows at this point. Let me guess, you're stuck on a tree too. Nope, you're just... Nope, yes you are stuck on a tree. Well...
We got guys breaching the compound.
3 copies, we're turning around to assist. 2 copies.
These guys are trying to come back in. Pushing out of that smoke. Yeah. Well, that didn't really get us that far, did it? But there's a chance that PKM McGee here is, I'm gonna go for the tire. Wait, how does that bipod work? What? Oh, it's a reverse bipod. Perfectly stable, as all things should be. Wait, but shouldn't the bipod go on the... Wait a minute. But... I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. Oh shit. Oh, they killed me as I was running in. It was an Australian bipod. You're right. It was an Australian bipod. Oh, that's brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? Of course it was. How silly of me. Oh god. One of those squads got AGS'd. Well, Mark 19, but same thing. Oh, that drone's landed. Well, it's a target of opportunity to capture. Most of that group's down as well. I need some heavy armor to come down and support my infantry as they get literally chewed the hell up. Yeah, no, they went right into the belly of the beast and decided, yeah, let's go murder everything in there. So here we are, watching everything getting absolutely slaughtered. And I've got a squad of you here that are super confused, but you're tied to... What are you tied to? 2 guys that are all the way up there. So why are you back here? Go. Hey, look, my other 70 showed up. Oh, his gunner just got kaploodled. That's not good.
There's 2. We heard what sounded like a BTR to the south.
Alright, so I gotta basically get out of this position because this is the one place where they
got something coming from the east, it sounds like.
Didn't need to show up to, but you know, decided to. So it's like poking a hornet's nest. And now everything else in the AO's coming back.
Yeah, friendly's in the girl.
We should not have friendlies in the 3. What's your status?
This is 3. Down. I'm trying to try now.
That's a tank. That's oh no, it's my BMP. Yeah,
Clear
BMP.
the BTR, we've got demo on it.
Get
We'll
him.
stop it. Oh, there's another BTR somewhere. We need to push north, guys. Start breaking contact and pushing north.
So drum's giving the order to push north.
We got a heavy piece of armor. compound from the east. You need to get that Moz facing in that direction.
Yeah, they're gonna be pinned in here. Otherwise, we got some people trying to smoke and pull out of here. I've got the Serbian commandos over here, still trying to move them in, but understanding that Lambs makes 8 infantry take forever to maneuver. Yeah, they're still not in the AO yet. We got military vets playing in the game. Not sure about chat, but welcome nonetheless, Typhoon.
3 moved to my position in these fucking.
Oh, Jen, you and me both, but.
Compound. I got eyes on the road. That tank is probably.
Good old Dante.
Copy that.
Oh, I agree. Having artillery assets here. Well, I guess, what'd you call them? But no, SPGs and tanks up there just shelling this area. The one issue I have with that, though, is Lambs is very accurate with that, and I could easily murder them all if I'm not careful, so I gotta be careful about stuff like that. I appreciate it, Typhoon. Are there rules that don't allow the players to watch what you're doing on a different screen? Yes, Morris. That's called stream sniping. Whenever I'm Zeusing, I tell the players that's a no-no because it ruins the experience for the guys on the ground, because if they know what I'm going to do to them, they can just avoid it and counter it.
We haven't had eyes on
What's the point of playing if you know how the game's going to be played out? It's not fun. Of course, some people like to do it to feel better about themselves, but that ruins the experience for everyone else playing at that point. Metagaming is another proper term for it. Though metagaming has alternate implications as well. It's more of a roleplay term in my opinion, but that's also because I'm a role player myself. But I prefer stream sniping as that term, but, you know, to each their own.
Keep trying to move
metagaming
north. Use the deflate on the west side of the train track.
So I'm giving them room to break out here. I'm gonna probably put some more stuff down in a second. But again, it's gonna take a while because of how Lamb slows everything down to move more tactically. Plus the pathfinding in the terrain is gonna be a bit tough. Trying my best here. Let me go on a body deletion route here. Yeah, so there's 2 vehicles in there and multiple caches. And I imagine they sent demo in here.
He's got the long gunner out.
They either put it on a Vic or they didn't at all, but I'd imagine they would if they put explosives on the mortar site. He's trying to line up a shot on that tank right now. Oh, did that? Oh, that just hit the SOCOM Vic. He might have gotten an AT hit on the turret right there because you see a black spot. But yeah, one of the SOCOM Vics just got absolutely knackered. Now, there is a glitch with Ace where sometimes people get stuck in Vics, so I'm going to see if I can transport Franklin out. Yeah, there we go.
What's the status on your second guy?
He's taking out the tank right now. Our Vic's down. Main MET is coming down the road. It's been slapped like 5 times with rockets. It's not dying.
Yeah, it's because they keep hitting it on the gun. Gun's disabled.
Copy.
Whenever I see that an asset gets disabled, I try to actively pull it out of the AO. They might try to get air support on it. Though... Oh. That's funny.
One's Vic has extra Moz rounds.
I'm Lazarus, right? Or am I Titan? I forgot my call sign because I gotta call that up and I'll say something. This is why I like streaming, because you guys remember for me. I'm Lazarus and they're Titan. Okay, cool. Titan, this is Lazarus on frequency 30. Over.
Lazarus, this is Titans in traffic.
Be advised, the drone, I think, ran out of fuel. It's in friendly territory. We're getting a tow on it. We'll have it ready to go again in about 2 to 3 mics. Over.
Titan copies.
Thank you.
This is 2, we're taking water and contact west.
They forgot about managing it, and it ran out of fuel.
Try to push west through the contact.
But they're tearing through my infantry, which is to be expected.
Further up slope to the north. We're gonna do that once you're on.
I love that little desync run the AI do
What?
with lands and shit.
Further up slope to the north and then cut west to get elevation.
And now he is no longer alive. Oh, man. Can you climb up there then? At the 2-hour mark, I'll put the vehicle around. Let me guess, you're stuck on a tree. Yep, you knocked over a tree and you're using it as cover. Excellent.
Roger.
Trooper just got hit by something right there. That might be a grenadier round or something. It's not you. You gotta be careful with grenadiers because they are pinpoint accurate when it comes to that shit, which is why I try to limit my use of them. But, you know, spawning in a team like this, I don't know how many of them are actually grenadiers or whatnot. It's kind of why I'm in favor of making my own custom squads, because then I can have absolute authority and control over what they are. But
infantry, DACA.
El Gazeel, thanks for the 21-month resub. I feel like I always come up with a new way to pronounce your name. Otherwise, I hope you can keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Alright, I'm gonna put you over here so I remember, and then at another 90 seconds, I'll get it refueled and whatnot. Got it right that time. I know. I can't wait to get it wrong again, Elk. Hooray. Oh, did my Serbians finally get in the AO? I saw one. Yep, all right, cool. Now we just have to track them down. So go track them down. And you get a pair of Tays out here, so inventory. The Tayrans are the AR2s. And that ambient chatter is because I went to the helicopter earlier.
Right, well, we're too close to this next objective to the west. Let's keep pushing on it, push through it, and then cut. The next objective south of there is fucking like 2 clicks south.
I'll get her fixed up here.
1 click south.
Is that never moving at all on the left internal, or is it staying the same? You know?
And I'll call that in a few moments.
See if he's when it's pulling off the left internal wing tank, and it's not.
Righto, hotshot. Have a wonderful night. Hope everything's okay with you. The other drone not launch? What the hell? How did you get... What?
1, this is 2.
How are you stuck?
We took this hilltop right. I'm gonna push southwest from this position until I hit that road, and then I'm gonna push south on that road.
That's amazing.
Next objective.
Roger.
I've never seen a drone get stuck like that before. That's funny as hell. All right.
We hit these rocks right in front of us.
Titan, this is Lazarus on frequency 30. Message over.
This is Titans in traffic.
The advisor drone has been towed back. We gave it a triple R, and it should be good to go again. Over.
Titan copies, Tango Mike.
Так точно.
All right, let's get the Serbs in.
This 3, we're catching up. We had to stop the bandage.
Because now they're getting close to the, you know, the tech.
1 is 2.
They're getting really good at shooting my drones down. Holy shit.
Negative.
That one was
It's
moving.
just stuff back down at the last objective we were at, still shooting.
2 copies.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию. 239. Так точно. Выдвигаюсь на позицию. Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
Repositioning him. Alright, let's see. That tank I can delete because you're out of the AO at this point. I don't think anyone had specific eyes on you. I think I hear them trying to mag dump the drone, yeah. By the way, I should probably turn my tracer script on, right? Yeah, I can actually see them attempting to murder my drone site, but I mean, this is a good indication. It's heading on top of the objective, then that's probably where the drones are.
This dude, that drone is smoking, but it's still flying southwest. Over.
Is it?
Roger.
Hell yeah, let me land it. For repair.
Did you rearm your Maul's rounds from the Vic?
A-firm, I think we've got about 4 of them left. I'll double check. One is 2 priority.
We got black-clad guys coming from this next compound.
More body deletion here.
Good traffic.
We have a great overwatch from our position on that next objective. Gonna do a solid.
And they blew up the ammo cache too, so they're getting plenty of other objectives done here.
Alright, this 3, we've linked back up.
You still see the AI doing lamp suppression and firing off at that angle.
Pushing west of our position, we've got rock formations.
Yeah, if only it was a grenade drone. Wouldn't that be nice? You're stuck on a tree. Stop getting stuck on trees. I need you up here. Please, sir. Thank you.
We got an armored Vic up in front of us to the south.
BMD!
You're gonna have a great shot on that BMP right from here.
Got reinforcements coming in.
It's right on that road, right side of the fucking white square. Copy.
I gave you a Landover over here. Why are you all the way over?
Vic with the Mark 19 is down. It blew up.
I'm gonna just bring him over here and then cut his fuel and force him to land right there. I love the AI. They're very... There's plenty of free space for a drone to land. That's safer over there. I love this game.
Another armored Vic somewhere.
I love this game and everything involved with it.
No, I definitely hear it. Yep.
You know,
3 copies direction.
this game is perfectly wonderful. 0 bugs, only features, right? Heli number
2, are you still in a good cover position for us to clear this compound?
Negative, we have to move. We are pushing towards the compound now.
Roger, you guys...
No, I'm not supposed to sneak goats in 506 stops.
Got yours on another helo.
However, we'll claim their map spawn. All right, it wasn't me. Wasn't me. See, and if we hide them, now I don't even know where they are. Wink. And yes, that is a sub-only command, but it's okay. The goats will be in... Why are you just hiding over here? I'm gonna laugh my ass off if he starts sniping.
1 is 2, are you on the rock formation? Just overlooking the compound?
Yes, we are at the rock formation to the northwest.
Roger, we're just coming up on a burning BMP. We're pushing on its, like, east side and hitting the house from there. This is 3, we're not too far behind 2.
Well, they popped smoke on their own position, so that'll give you an avenue of approach.
Yeah, two sides on that. We're moving.
3, move to the Humvee and get
Go!
3 copies.
Go!
We have a gunship coming in from the north.
How close can I get a squad before it's malicious? Because they'd also be coming from the south at this point.
Выдвигаюсь на позицию.
So I'm curious how long it's gonna take for them to notice the drones are in there at this point. Where's the other drone oh, did it get shot? Son of a bitch! Oh god. Oh, that's the UPK. Oh my gosh, it's actually being accurate. Uh-oh. Oh, that thing's going down. The engine got shot out. By Kendall. I love it. Yeah, I think it's down.
One down left. Can't see.
Silly, silly AI. The real enemy is always the trees.
This is 2. The house is clear. We're still there.
Ah, you gas 66. Trying to give another hint in case I don't check the inventory, but we'll see.
You want this demo?
220, stepping up. 30.
Oh, please do not demo the Vic.
Sorry, I think I hear another Vic, possibly Arma to the east down slope. Roger, that's your job. How's he moving?
Be advised.
We're gonna say this drone's automated.
Be advised. 2 actual be treated in place. All shots flat as house.
Stop! Ah! I get why they do it. You know, it could be an IED or something.
North, about 200 meters. Do not push back in that direction. The drone is disabled with the explosive still.
Someone want to go hint to one of the players on the multi? They should probably check the inventory of the truck. Because I told them in the beginning, you know, they might have to stash them in vehicles, guys. Yeah, good old pigeon hunter in the Vic. Yeah, tell Trooper. Trooper will figure it out. I think he's also the guy planting demo.
Need to head south. Try to hop compound.
They haven't taken anything from there. Nah, don't hint the drum. You'll break his emergent. Hint to one of his gremlins. I just called them gremlins. I'm so sorry.
This is 3. Be advised that fucking Armor piece is coming up the road break.
Hint it to Stevens. Well, hopefully Stevens is paying attention. Yeah, Trump doesn't reach yet anyway. Because they don't have any in the inventory, right? Yeah, I don't see any. It should be good. They're supposed to be capturing the drones, not killing them. Oh, team in trouble, my AO's in trouble, everything's in trouble. Hey, look, a tank. Oh. Okay. Well, you know what? Screw me then.
Copies, 3, what's your status?
This is 3. We're in heavy contact. Tank is down.
Get your ass
knew I should have left one of the drones right here.
3 copies, moving back.
Alright, the only way I'm gonna make this work is if I set one of these things to invincible and land it by the damn thing. It's cheap, but that's the only thing I can think of. Of course, no one notices! Keep the engine on.
3 was looking that we got holding us up. 3's down, going to get him. Let's back up.
Okay. Sorry for your, late-ish, but it's fine.
This is about moving to the ruins. I'm gonna hold that position. You guys can roger.
There's
3 back up, engine legs.
Negative CFTs are bound. You got the map already in terms of what you got versus what's showing.
I heard them say the D word.
We have a drone flying over our position to the north. It's carrying some kind of a box.
No!
It's flying south to north. It should be flying over your position now. We have a squad east of the ruins we're engaging now.
Oh my god. Well, we can't win them all now, can we? Well, no reason for the Serbians to keep finding. If their equipment's done, then, well.
Is that drone down?
Negative. I could not shoot it down. It was too fast.
Where did it go?
It flew north. That's all I know.
How many drones were in that thing? Here, I got a second. Here, I'm gonna add insult to injury if they actually come back here. Drone. It would be CSAT. So what were we at? There were like 7 of these in there. No, there were 9, I think. We can say like plenty of them. That's funny as hell.
Negative CFTs are balanced. Did you do all the math already in terms of what you got versus what's showing?
That's funny as
Make
hell.
sure you guys are watching north for that fucking...
Yeah, 2 copies.
Alright, you guys would have pulled back.
1, go ahead and move past my position to this rock formation or to the next ruined house up here.
I'll keep the guys at the communication station, but oh, that's funny as hell.
Okay, that tactical squawk 0.
That's enough to put around.
1, this 2, what's that for me?
Rest in peace, my drones.
Affirmative.
Yeah, roger.
Everyone start moving that direction. Just move to the next fucking objective south.
It's okay.
3 copies.
It's okay. Regular guys, yeah, are still after them. I pulled the Serbian militia, or the Serbian mercenaries back as their equipment's no longer threatened. They don't care. And the remaining squads to the south are, yeah, definitely done with, so. Oh, that's so funny. Like, it's okay, guys. I can give them some hints. You know, they'll go back and pick them up. Nope, demo.
404, Marshall 17023, Angel Data.
All right. Removing them from the AO, they're just going to pull back.
404, Marshall
Well, I mean, it fits, though, because this is the last mission in the campaign before I shift to something else for a little bit, because I left this campaign open-ended to do stuff, but... Oh, that's funny as hell. Here, actually, you'll be funny. Hey. Are you dumb? Okay, cool. I'm gonna ungarrison these guys, have them load up in the BTR, and try to pull the BTR out.
Bearing 170 to a house by road.
If the BTR will follow my orders. We're just gonna start pulling out of this region because everything is scuffed.
We're moving straight to... One is moving straight towards the next object wall. We got a little fucking route down here for Vic.
Alright, we're gonna start pull-out procedures. Okay, you don't know how to drive to that house, it's okay. You guys, abilities, pathing...
This 3 still moving south.
404, Marshall 17023, Eagle Bay.
Ah, yes, you're gonna be really confused on how to pull out with vehicles. That's fine. Come on, boys, let's get out of here. Get in the vehicle. Let's pull you out up there.
This is 3. We got eyes on an enemy armor piece downslope bearing 200. We're gonna engage.
High, cold as well. Mike Force, Spike 130 close.
I'm gonna keep them aggroed. I got those Vics now pulling out, and let's see. These guys don't have to all manually respawn. Joy.
This is 2. We just had an eyes on the fucking flatbed truck. Nobody got the OPJ to the south along the road.
239.
That doesn't sound good.
You guys 72. With you at right, join
Roger, there's another radio tower down here that we need to move through, and never mind.
Oh, I didn't even realize I was talking about that. I was demoing that because that was what this guy's job was in the command vehicle, so... That's funny as hell.
I hope that shit's out of the last objective, because otherwise we're not going to find it. Last objective is...
Oh boy, vehicles that don't know how to drive. Ah! Let's add that to the bucket list. Drive away.
1 is 2. Go down there. Clear. Let's start cutting east towards the final objective.
This is 3. We saw some transport vehicles moving brake. Still out of the town here.
Please
Roger,
come again.
We're going east to the last objective.
3 copies east.
Really? Really? You just, okay. Yep. Cool. Wow, you're still going, dude. That's the highest I've ever seen one go. Holy crap, how far? Damn. Are you still going up? Nope, you're starting to reach that one point. It's the Chickadee rocket program. It's still going.
Shots southwest.
Holy crap, he's still going.
Roger, if you see him, shoot him. But
It's the, it's HIMARS. It's Chickadee HIMARS. Oh my god. It's great. Yeah. Oh, now it's starting to descend. Okay. That's going to go all the way. Let's see. That trajectory is going to land somewhere over there, maybe. I don't know. That's pretty funny.
Tree this too.
Well, we've all learned a very valuable lesson, haven't we?
I marked it on Blue 4.
All features, guys. No bugs.
Objective. We had BRDM parked there when we had eyes on it. If
404, so it's probably still there.
All right, let's go ahead and get the hell out of here.
Okay,
You know.
look if we can.
404, Marshall 17023, approach time 32, approach button 15.
This poor bastard doesn't know what to do. He just witnessed, like, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. And, oh, she landed a little earlier than I thought she would. That's fine. Knocked over 3 trees. All right, literally. Across the map. Cool. Don't even know how to mathematically calculate that one, but sure. Sure. I'll take it. At this point, I will just take it. Let's see, you guys screwed that vehicle up. You're still driving. All right, we still got some of the Serbians around as well. And I don't know where they're going, but they seem to be.
404 Marshall.
There we go. Cool. It's one way to leave the AO. Yes. It was the other HVI's emergency escape pod.
Drop off on these
It was just a test.
on the east side.
Have you heard any status of the ballpark or touchdown? Received ballpark. Okay.
I'm thinking after this stream, I'll keep doing my tasks. I gotta go prep the Daisy safe for the event and all that other fun shenanigans. Booby trap the A position. I mean, there's not really anything left to booby trap, but fine. We can put a
Got a big fire down here in the next objective.
mine.
Let's move down and investigate. But I have an idea of what it was.
No, not you. Oh, you're evil. Like, you're barely sane. Here, I'll do some regular A for mines. Oh, you're gonna fight me on placement, are you? Are you floating? You're kinda ever so slightly floating, but that's fine.
404, Marshall 17023, Angel.
You know, that's what we'll do. I'll set up DayZ stuff, and then we'll do a dev stream. Because my other plan just fell through. I was going to play Forest with people, but those people don't want to play, so screw me. Yeah, so I'll stream prep stuff in like an hour or 2. Or I'll just stream the DayZ prep. I don't know. It depends how quick debrief is, so. Nobody knows. I love how he's still here. Literally, just...
I just keep moving on the
How did you manage that? What? What? He got a tire stuck. It just wasn't the tire I was expecting. Okay.
Go for 3. Covering your descent down.
That's amazing.
You're set.
I really...
Next to the OBJ.
I guess that's talent right there, but oh my god. That's just brilliant. That's just brilliant.
3%. Just moment.
I got an engine
Awesome,
noise
Ghost
somewhere
Wolf.
northeast. Cannot identify what it is.
Have you made any progress on figuring out why the red lifeboat is spawning Lantian gear and a way around that?
Everyone pull some cover.
Because I need to spend a night tonight reclassifying all the MMG gear out of clothing and into military to prevent them from spawning on fishing boats. Yeah, it's back in the air. I'm just worried it's going to run out of fuel again.
This 2, we have a truck there in 0909er, 200 meters.
Oh, I want to hear about it. Oh, please. Please tell me what happened. Oh, please. Where are you driving? What are you doing? You poor bastard. Why did you... No!
Clear.
I got them for him.
Let's move to the truck
is
now.
down.
Fucking bullet.
These 2 are moving to the truck to examine.
Clear. On you.
Going up. Door on my right in front. Going right. Clear.
Fuck.
Last guy in the AO has the ultimate weapon. If they're gonna kill me, they're gonna kill the Zeus too. Oh my god. What was that? What in the... God. That was a good one. Let me get back on the server real quick. Oh, that's funny as hell. That's honest to God funny as hell. Where's the server here? We got Bo's, Digby's, mine. There we go. Oh, that was... Ah, everyone loses. Hey, Dingo, how you doing? Oh god, of course I come in, the first thing I hear is that damn helicopter drone. Truck had munitions. Anti-Zeus munitions. Where's my body? Oh, that's just freaking hilarious. There we go. Excellent. Now I unmute.
Alright, we're mounting up. And...
That's funny as hell.
They come to us, we go to them.
This two, are you coming to us or are we coming to you?
Please get back on a road or something. So we can...
Moving to you.
Gotcha, Ghost Wolf. Well, now I know. Cool. I can start rewriting everything then. Started working on the airdrops? Yeah, airdrops will be interesting. Oh, shit, wait. Did they... My mines! No one stepped out of mine. Damn it. Oh, well. Yeah, we're just gonna do our outro here. It's gonna be efficient mailed. That's okay. Look at my AI. They're still trying to pull out of this sector. They've only made this much progress because these AI...
Lazarus, this is Titan on. Screwed out. Alright, pretty sure we're mission complete here. Let's get back to the fucking start position. And link back up with Lazarus on comms.
We did make it back in. I was looking for a different Liru. Did we fail because we missed something, or because they just left because they got tired of us going to the wrong spot?
The question mark... Here, my T-Far is bugging out a bit, but the question mark area you guys had to get to was the top left one with the guys in the black and whatnot. No one checked the vehicle.
I looked at the vehicle. I couldn't interact with it. Where did you have to access... Well, we blew it up. Well, yeah. Well, I guess that means that's a mission failure. Where do you have to interact with that vehicle from?
I don't know, but you can always... Why is it not tracking my voice? Here, one sec. Let me relog real quick because it's being weird. Which bookmark is it? There it is.
Connected. Channel switched.
All right, 1, 2. There we go. I didn't know there was an inventory issue with it, but if there's ever an issue with accessing a vehicle's inventory, you can always get inside of it and then check.
Well, some vehicles straight up don't have an inventory, so I just thought it was one of those. Because it would have the special radio equipment in the back, or on the back of it, so I figured it was just a vehicle that was non-interactable. But you can watch, you can watch my my VOD and see that I walk around looking to, like, I scroll wheel on it for probably about 5 seconds, and then it's like, okay, I can't get into this. This is not the thing.
All right, well, I will write that down. I am writing it right now to, because I didn't know that was a thing. I've been doing this since 2016. Didn't know that was a thing.
I would say, well, it might have been one of those fucky things where it's the inventory from like the side instead of the back.
Well, I should have also. I was trying to put more drones in there to like land, and the ones that didn't make it through were shot down. The ones that did make it through were just no one noticed them. And by the time I got some down and people started talking about it, then the demo went off, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh.
Rest in peace. I should have kept more drones around it that I didn't use. It's just the AO kept progressing that I sent the drones out because of you hit the biggest position, which was to its right, so they scrambled everything.
It's whatever. We can just say that we checked the back of the Vic and didn't see him, and it still failed.
That's fine. But again, I mean, it ties to the fact that this campaign's now going on the shelf, so we can then work on what I'm assuming is 40K, but I'll let everyone vote and we'll see what wins. So, yeah, overall, hope you guys had fun. If you didn't, feel free to message me and I will talk about it. I always appreciate feedback. And, yeah, next week is, what, Swift's last nom thing? Or I forget.
I have no idea if it's his last one. I don't know what his plans are for that.
Yeah. Well, hope you all had fun. I'm going to go work on dev stuff now.
Good luck.